Geordie fight back. So a really entertaining one. But, you know, this is all experience for Luke. First year on tour. These things happen. You're gonna lose a lot.
Down here at Bells Beach, surfing some heats. Wow, Barron Mamiya not mucking around. Lovely little hassle to start this one off into a solid-looking jam. The first we're seeing of Barron Mamiya here this season. He's taken on one of his best mates.
Barron's really going to have to work to get some good results on the board if he wants to get high up in the ratings like he's done in the last couple of years.
Yeah, kicked us off with a three-point ride. He's up and riding again here. Smooth, clean rail work to start us off with Barron. Gets a connection with a foamy-looking second section there. So just staying busy. You can see he's really keeping that same approach that we saw from Luke Thompson in that last heat. Now he's gearing up for hopefully a big finishing section. Doesn't quite get there. You can see a little bit of wobble coming through that inside section.
Yeah, I think about halfway through that wave, he just went, you know, I'm just going to ride this through and get the ski back out there, start again. But he's just keeping the reps up at the moment, which is not about...
Stick with it. Trying to keep Luke's spirits high because, you know, even though Luke has had an incredible run on the Challenger Series...
Geordie, really cool, giving Luke a lot of encouragement, just saying, man, you're surfing good, you're on a roll, it's all going to happen. Here we go.
Barron Mamiya, he's going to stay busy in this heat right now. Clicks with this first section. He's going to really open up that wingspan, drive through a carve into another one. His board's looking extremely lively under his feet here. So I love the fact that he's just going to keep taking waves.
As we have a look at the replay, this is Barron Mamiya on the inside. Geez, he surfed this wave so well, gets a tail flare to start things off. You could just feel that there was a lift in the energy and the speed in the way that he approached this one. Nice wrapping turn to finish off.
What these waves are going to do as this tide starts to pick up, bigger looking line rolling through the bowl here. Seth Moniz into a solid first hit. Now he shows us his variation of rail surfing, staying super busy on this wave here. Connects with the lip line for a fourth time here. He'd do anything for a solid looking end section. He's going to start to gear up. Here comes the speed with a nice snap on the end. Dougie spoke about Lighthouse, that feeling of being at home at Bells Beach. And Seth, what a way to kick off his campaign here.
Yeah, you could feel the energy lift, but outside, look at the difference in height. And Seth Moniz just connecting with these sections. Nice low bottom turn, and again getting that little bit of tail flare. Sharp eye looking great under Seth's feet here as he just milks it, pumps it all the way through to the inside. Tricky section there, did everything he could to knock him off that wave.
We look to the scores though. Seth Moniz at first wave, 6-point ride. So that height having a really big impact on the judges here. Now Barron's turn. Nice cupped out wall. Love the speed that he's surfing with here at Bells. Great looking third connection, and this inside track giving him room to work with here as well. Staying super busy and alive on his feet. He's going to drive up into this end section, get the fins free and get a bonus. So Barron surfing so fast on the bowl here this morning.
Yeah, really good energy on that last wave for Barron Mamiya. Actions that stood up. Let's have a look at it. Pumps for speed, gets set on the board. Opening slash, keeps it moving down the line. Nice wrapping turn there. Bit more of an angle, bit more of a wrap. Again, another quick snap. And this turn here, Jess, I love that one. Big carve to tail drift. And then he does some nice work through the inside here. Just gets a series maneuvers, bang. And then straight back on the toe side rail again to get to that final closeout maneuver.
Where he got to get a little bit more progressive on this wave.
Yeah, let's have a look at the replay. So opening maneuver, projects down the line, sets up this section, goes for the little mini air rev. Not much height, but definitely some progression there. And another couple of little foam hits down the line. But yeah, a really cool maneuver here. We'll get a bird's eye view of it right from the side. You can see just gets that tail rotation. Gets really down low. And what Barron does,
and he's going to take it. Swinging underneath Barron Mamiya here, Seth Moniz. Bit of a carve down. Now it starts to bowl up through the bowl here. Gets the fins up and over. Thought he lost it. Held on here for Seth Moniz. Starts to gear up for this inside track. It's got a weird looking wobble through this inside bit here. If he can get a solid finish, this could be another really nice score for Seth Moniz. Connects again, but it just felt like this wave, and you can tell by the body language, didn't have that real nice hug on the reef there.
Yeah, it sort of kept him guessing the whole way down the line. And manoeuvre here. It was theatric and dynamic nonetheless, but let's have a look and see what happens. Beautiful section here. Seth goes really high, drifts the lip. He actually gained control quite fast on retrospect. And then it just had this crease in it, though, once it got off the bowl reef section. Seth stays with it, just does a little stall, just hoping that this wave would... and then outside. So this must have been Barron Mamiya on the second wave of the set, which really didn't eventuate into anything. You know, watching Karan and Oki on TV in that special heat that they had way back in the day. And then, you know, in my era, just watching Kelly and Andy and all those guys and trying to compete alongside those guys at Bell's last couple of seasons. Some excellent rides. And we're back in action here with Seth.
Yeah, long wait between waves here. Seth looking for a 517. Just connects with that first section. You can see he's starting to get a little bit flustered. He's looking a little bit antsy right now.
Yeah. Move to Winky, maybe. We'll get back to that. This is live action.
Barron using up priority here. He's going to slash on this first one. Has a bit of a steeper face, but goes down here. We're talking about a mid-range score, something so capable for a surfer like Seth Moniz. He's not going this wave right now. Barron Mamiya, he's going to take it, showing us these incredible smooth carves that he's been working on in the off-season. 5 seconds to go. He's set.
There was a bigger wave. Perhaps put himself out of position for that bigger wave at the back. Whether the score was on that one, well, it's a question mark now that you know, he'll have to ponder. But real bummer to see Seth Moniz out of the event at this point. He'll start thinking about Western Australia